So good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching me from. I just come to share this wonderful program that I thought this is very significant when you talk about the Biafra Government in Exile. In this program, this way that Biafra Government in Exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa, his approach towards Amaka's case in Canada not only show a significant power, shift here, also shows what it takes when you defend your people, what it takes when you defend your citizen. It also shows how the Western world are able to preserve their own people. That's what shows against Amaka. This same thing is what the Biafran government is like he have promised to bring back to Biafra. And that clip is what I want you guys to see. Remember when Amaka was, being persecuted by Nigeria, even our own Senate, it takes senators, a House of Assembly member, 5 days, 5 hours to rally up letter to Canadian embassy and Canadian government to arrest Amaka. Nobody, even Peter Obi himself, nobody speak for Amaka. But you know what? Biafra government is rise up and say, no, it cannot happen. That Amaka, even though she may not accept him as a prime minister, but she is a Biafra. He has to defend her. He asked his cabinet in Canada to take the charge immediately to make sure that Amaka is safe. What happened? They put the call on. Then the Biafra government is get to Canadian government and told them that Nigeria has been persecuting his people. That Nigeria is unfair to his people. Told them that this thing is not started by Amaka, from his own, gathering, that this thing is being antagonized. That's why Amaka have to say something. What happened? The Canadian government pulled everything back. Nigerian government ran away. Then Amaka now is taking the case up against Nigerian government. You guys don't know that. They did not arrest Amaka. Do you know when Biafra government in Exile is going to say this? Some of our people went to tell Amaka, why will you accept this? Those are the enemy of our people. Definitely, you must know that there will always be enemy among our people. So when you listen to Biafra government in Exile in this program, you will know the significance of that. That's why I want people to know that Mazi Simon Ekpa have shown you guys the quality that he brings and the quality the Biafran will stand. The face the Biafran will have in front of people. Come December 2nd, November 29th, December 2nd, Biafrans we begin to see another look. Yes, it may be, the road may be, a bit difficult, but Biafran government in Exile is coming. So let me play some of his video and let's go in and say
thank you. Good evening, fellow Biafrans in Canada. Good evening, Biafrans all over the world that are watching this program from different platforms. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the press that are seated in your different location, listening and watching to my tour of Canada today. Good evening, well-wishers and friends of Biafrans. I am not here to give a speech that will last for hours, but I want to just go straight to bullet point. For those of you who do not understand what we are doing, we are fighting for our freedom. And I believe that everyone in this life and in this world, wherever where you are, the country where you reside in, have a history. Now, I want everyone of us here today and those who will listen to this particular speech to note one very important fact. Nigeria state came into being through conquest. This is a fact that nobody can change. Nigeria came into existence through conquest. And the forceful imposition of foreign rule, which denied the indigenous people in Niger area the opportunity to negotiate and choose what they wanted. That is the problem. We have lived with this foreign rule and this forceful union for decades, over 100 years. That is the problem. Now, I want everyone listening to me today to also understand that after this forceful union of Nigeria called the amalgamation, successive regime, both before and after the shambolic independence, continue to hold the state together in a similarly forceful manner, the same pattern and the methodology that the conquest and invasion and the colonizers came in with. They thought by the forceful and the barrels of the gun, they will continue to kill people for the unity of Nigeria. That also is the problem today. So, this impression that they are creating, that the country must remain as crafted from the amalgamation by the colonialists, and that this country called Nigeria unity is non-negotiable. That is also the problem. We have lived from centuries to century, and today we are in the era of 21st century. We are now in a global village where the things of the past and the things of the old are changing to become new. And they don't want to change Nigeria with the dangerous diversity that have now emanated from different angles and the different injustices and corruption, and now Nigeria has found itself to become an Islamic state. That is the problem. However, the state has continued to experience instability, insecurity, and the swelling lava of so-called agitation like they branded us today for self-determination. The Biafra government in exile and in the homeland, called the de facto government, has taken the liberation or so-called agitation from agitation to liberation by using what I called a multi-dimensional approach, relying on documentary evidence, observations, and descriptive analysis of the Nigeria state, by continuing to expose Nigeria and the nature of the Nigeria to the international community, especially to the new generational decision makers that didn't have the knowledge about how Nigeria committed existence. They have to be educated to know why we are fighting and why we must fight till Biafra is recognized and become an independent state. There is no going back. So they need to be educated to know when this thing comes to their table, the decision they could make that will impact the world. Because this is not just about Africa, but to impact the world positively. Now, this exposition of Nigeria includes the pattern of the coexistence among the different ethnic groups in Nigeria, including with their dangerous diversity. The extent these different dangerous diversities coexist, they exhibit the proactive for as well as factors that militate against the national integration, including when they say the RRR after the Biafra War. The manner the government promotes national unity and the factor that ignite the so-called the separatist tendency like they brand us today. The inability to foster sense common identity and the national consciousness among the different ethnic group and these different dangerous diversities. The continuing promotion of inter-ethnic hatred by this same Nigeria. Every person, single person occupying the highest position or one of the high positions in Nigeria today have promoted the inter-ethnic hatred. which is the reason one of our sister, Amaka, is here today. Every one of us has been a victim of the Nigeria leaders' promotion of inter-ethnic hatred and unhealthy rivalry of these diversities, as well as the bad governance rooted in corruption and divisiveness. And above all, the move from the secular state to the Islamic State of Nigeria. Today we have the Muslim ticket, which even many people from the Christian part never believed it could be possible. They have all happened. It is not only that, they sponsor ethnic cleansing, killings in other parts of Nigeria, except in Biafra land, that we are resisting them today under my leadership. These are the main factors that fuel Biafra agitation and the liberation today, which I am leading. My fellow Biafrans, we have seen the killings of Christians in Nigeria, in different parts of Nigeria, including in Biafra land. We are resisting them. We have seen the promotion of this inter-ethnic hatred, which our sister Amaka and every one of us is a victim. Today, the Biafra government have risen to take responsibility of defending Biafrans all over the world, irrespective of what you believe in, irrespective of whether you support the struggle for Biafra or not. So long as you are being bullied by the Nigeria state as an entity, we are going to rise up to defend you. Whether you believe in me, believe in the Biafra government or not, and it's left for you to accept that particular gesture. The government is here to protect every Biafran from A to Z, anywhere you are in the world. Once Nigeria representative or Nigeria as an entity rise up to bully you, it is then you will know that indeed Nigeria is not for you. My fellow Biafrans, we have made history today. The awareness we have created in Washington, D.C., United States of America, is bringing a shockwave across Africa and across Sahel. We will continue to create this awareness for the new generation decision makers who may not have much knowledge about the Nigeria existence. My fellow Biafrans, as we are pursuing this liberation of Biafra using diplomatic approach, political approach, we are also pursuing it using armed struggle approach. And that is what we call the self-defense international law, where Nigeria state has made our place so uncomfortable that we are now very comfortable in exile until we fight our way to delegitimize them, demilitarize Biafra land, and then go back to set up a government that works for the people. On this note, I will use this opportunity to invite our sister Amaka, which have faced both backlash, attack, bully from the Nigeria government, including the agent of the Nigeria within Biafra struggle. I have never spoken to Amaka, never, till today, and I have not spoken to her. Maybe I will speak to her here. But during the course of the Biafra government approach to defend her, and we went head on with the terrorist state and their representatives, providing evidences, and we are ready to provide witnesses for Amaka. We are not just only going to defend her by providing legal services and all that. We are ready to pay the legal fee. Not only that, we will provide witnesses on her behalf. Biafra government will go to any length. We will use Amaka to set example of how a nation and a government should stand up for their citizens. Before that incident of the agent of Nigeria started reaching her, everybody was condemning her statement. And of course, it is only those who are deep-rooted with love for their people will understand what Amaka went through that made her a woman to make and utter such statement publicly on a live broadcast. We understood her, even though She was not part of us then. But being a Biafran that she is, even if she didn't accept it then, we understand her pain. It is only the Biafra government under my leadership understood Amaka's pain. And when we boldly stand up for her, Peter Obi withdraw the statement against her. Because it was then they begin to see things from a different perspective. That's what makes us Biafrans.
Yes.
That's why we are different. And today, Amaka is here against all odds.
Yes.
Because she has been cursed, according to people who claim they have power to curse people. But their people are dying in their villages. They don't have the power to cure them. They say they have cursed Amaka because Amaka identifies herself with the Biafra Prime Minister. I am telling you today, Amaka, no curse. Even the one that I have laid upon you before this whole incident, the spirit I carry in me will neutralize every curse, whether from your family, from your village, and that is I am releasing that power that God has conferred in me, that every curse laid on you by anyone, before and after, will go back to them from today. Just watch and see.
He said,
I welcome you, Amaka. Give Biafra.
He said,
he
said,
oh, double kill. Okay, more. Oh, if you would not. Asking he said,
if Amaka is here, can you flash out to the screen, please? She's our new celebrity.
I think the network kicked her out. Amaka, try and access that link again and come in. Just a while ago, the network removed her. Amaka, use the link and come in. Use the link, the same link. You are able to open the camera and we saw you. You were doing well. So just grab that link and come in, and Biafrans want to celebrate you. You are our latest celebrity, and we love you.
Join back.
Thank you.
You can flash out to the screen if the network allows her. But I just want to let Biafrans understand that gone are those days that Nigeria state will bully any Biafra anywhere in the world, and we allow them to have the field day. It's never going to happen again. That time is over. And today, we are laying example of how military and army should behave by freeing a Yoruba soldier who came to kill our people. And of course, he was captured just like other people, and we let him go free. And that is a big statement for them to understand that is what we call the rule of engagement. And the trap we set to Nigeria state, they actually fall into this trap. Let us see the game, how it's going to play. They don't want to talk about the Biafra Liberation Army, but this has forced them to speak about Biafra Liberation Army. They are also avoiding mentioning Biafra government. They continue to write IPOB. We have made it very clear, and let me also use this opportunity to say it as it is for people, for them, because they continue to use IPOB. We are not IPOB as an organization. We are Government of Biafra in Exile and the Biafra de facto government in the homeland. We are not IPOB as an organization. IPOB is indigenous people of Biafra, and this government represents indigenous people of Biafra as a nation and as a people, not as organization. And that should be made very, very clear in case they were not understanding. So not when we do something under this government, do not attach IPOB as an organization to it. I want to send this particular message to be very, very clear to the Nigeria state today, so that they should be addressing whatever we are doing properly to the Biafra government, not attaching IPOB to it. IPOB is a registered organization, and we have moved from there to a government, and that's where we are today. So stop linking us to an organization called IPOB, which is a Nigeria political pressure group. And today, they are no longer relevant in Biafra struggle, because we have used them for many years to kill our people, use them as sacrifice, only to put for a particular political interest. That particular time has ended. And if the Biafra agitation was a joke, we have made it a reality. It is no longer a joke. Under my leadership, it is not a joke. And like I said, I have not spoken with her before now, so I don't think you are going to tell a lot of stories, because something is still going on. So, but just that briefly share to Biafrans, your experience. But like I have assured you, through the Foreign Affairs Ministry of Biafra Republic. We will be here for you till the end. You are not alone. And that's what this Biafra government stands for. Whether you support this government or not, we will use you to set example to the Nigeria state that the bully against Biafrans is over. Anywhere in the world you bully any man, we will come for the person. So we will use you to set example, and it is going to happen for every other person, not just you, but that the bullying and the ethnic hatred against Igbo and Biafra people, the government has taken it up, and this will be the beginning of the end. So the Biafrans, there has been a lot of propaganda against you on social media, and as a lady, you
guys, I just want to make this statement that this very moment, this very act of Biafra Government in Exile is very significant when you talk about international relationship. Remember, Nigerian government, the foreign affairs minister was running elter and skater, saying all manner of things about Amaka. They even write the Canadian government should arrest Amaka. But the rise, this particular rise of Biafra Government in Exile is very significant. You may think it's nothing, but this is very significant. For standing up to this lady and making sure that this lady was not unjustly persecuted is very important. That is what every citizen of any country is asking for. Even here in Australia, that's what they ask for. The government stand up for you and make sure that we are not unjustly persecuted. This is simple. A lot of people, a lot of Nigerian youths today are perishing in prison because of this particular act of Biafran Government in Exile. A lot of Nigerian people, even though your top men traveling in the airport, they are victims because nobody stand up to say this thing the Biafran Government is saying against Nigerian government. And that also tell you that Nigerian government cannot win this man in an international court. You see, when the case is presented, Nigeria was what? Found guilty. The Canadian government said is go and fix your ethnic problem. This is very significant. Many people don't know, but this is significant. This small stone is a very significant thing, and we desperately appreciate the Biafran government in Exile for this particular thing he did. And this is a big defeat, a big blow for a country like Nigeria, a big blow for the minister. I hope Amaka of a lady will use this opportunity to, fire Nigeria, that she will ask for big money. I hope she doesn't go and ask for $500,000. No, she's asking for million, 1 or 2 billion, because her career will be at stake on this. So for her to take care of her family, she needs to ask Nigeria what we send her on bankruptcy, and Biafran Government in Exile will definitely back her up. When this case happened, one of my friends sent me the video. I said, wow, I was against Amaka. Then when I look at it again, I say, hey, Nigerian government should not rush into this matter because that's a trap. That is why today Nigerian government does not want to try Nnamdi Kanu in a court, in international court. They prefer to be doing the backyard business. They went to Kenya to kidnap this guy and bring him to Nigeria. They know that the normal process, Nigeria is in trouble. Why can't they follow the process? So listening to this conversation, just know that this government, what this brother is going, he has the genuine heart of everyone. He has the genuine heart to make this Biafra great. And that is why Nigeria doesn't want to see Biafra go. Because they know if Biafra go with this kind of attitude, Biafra will be a great nation in Africa, even around the world. They will be a great nation. So listen to what him and Amaska said in this conversation. It's so important, though. So you know what government can do. This is what we call international relationship and building international strength. That is what happened here. Thank you.
I know you have gone through a lot. And the internal thing will not be discussed public. The government will support you, both your legal representative, and then also making sure that we provide witnesses if need be. I believe that has been briefed. But we're not going to discuss the issue of the, what is in the court or whatever that is going on at this point. But just know that you are not going to be alone, and you will never be alone. We will use you to set example to Nigeria state. Nigeria is a defeated, ethnic, bigotry country, terrorist country, that all they do is to bully those who they call citizens and kill them. We've seen them kill protesters, those carrying their own flag, not Biafra. They kill them in the street. They shoot them dead. They have no regard to human life. They have no regard to women. They have no regard to children. And that is exactly what we are doing to provide alternative for Biafra people to have the right to live and the right to aspire to be whatever they want to be in life. And that's why we are doing what we are doing here. A lot of people will not understand the job we are doing until Nigeria begin to bully them like they have bullied you. Before you, then you know that indeed, actually, there is a hope. And only that when you discover there is a hope, you will continue to hope hopelessly on Nigeria. Nigeria is a failed state, and every Biafran, including those who are running for political positions in Nigeria, don't know that their life are like this until it will happen to them. And many people will not have the opportunity. And before you say something, let me also share a story with you. I have been watching different things on social media, how people contacted you and were using recorded your voice, your telephone conversation with them, and they were using it to do program. You know, the IPOB Nigeria have attacked me since 2021. They have blackmailed me, called me Nigeria agent. I listened to the one who said that I'm a Fulani agent, and I was listening to hear him give you the proof because he said he has a proof, you know. So I was listening to see the kind of proof he wanted to give to you, but of course that never happened. So they call me Nigeria agent, they call me Zoo agent, they call me Fulani person and all manner of names in order to demoralize me, and of course in order to continue to do what I call the political pressure group, which what they were doing instead of fighting for Biafra. So anyway, there was this man who was fighting for Russia, a Biafra, who was fighting for Russia and was fighting against Ukraine. He made a video, several videos, and put on the pictures where he has a Biafra badge. And as a Prime Minister of Biafra, whenever I see anybody identifying him or herself with the Biafra flag, like I've just said for you, for example, even if you don't support this government, it doesn't matter. We want to use you and every other person, not just about you. So when I see anybody who is proudly identifying him or herself with the Biafra flag, I will be proud of that person. So I saw this guy, he made a video and had a Biafra badge fighting for Russia. And I posted this video or picture without making any comment because I don't know who he is. Now, immediately I made that post, they approached this guy, the people that were calling you, you know, and I must say that you are very, very lucky because what I wanted you to do, is to go against the gods of our land. So this guy, exactly what they did to you, or exactly what they did to this guy, is what they wanted to do to you. But you are very, very lucky you did not fall. You know, your hands are clean. So this guy, you know, they approached him to make a video and condemn me. And he made the video just the way they wanted you to do. So he made the video, and before you know it, bam, the video was on social media, going viral. Oh, Simon Ekpa, don't post my picture. I am disappointed. You know, like he started attacking me for no reason. I don't know whatever you are doing, and I don't believe in whatever you are doing. You know, what I asked him to do. So after doing that, I said, okay, no problem. You know, I have not done anything wrong by being proud of you for posting a video or a picture where you have a Biafra flag and fighting for Russia. Of course, the God of the land removed the protection they used to guide him in Russia war. And the next day or so, he got killed. He got killed. And of course, they tried to hide it. The brother started posting on social media, you know, giving a eulogy to him and all that. So we challenged them. Since they asked this guy to make a video, he went and make a video, and the Biafra land and the Biafra spirit that were protecting him left him immediately, and he got neutralized. Till today, they even went and tried to bring somebody else who dressed like him and cover his face to claim that the guy is still there. But till today, the guy is dead, completely dead, because the brother actually confirmed that. So why I share this story is that this is going to be, it is good that you did not fall for them. But like I said, I have not spoken with you before. But what I did is that I directed the relevant department of the Biafra Government in Exile, which is the Foreign Affairs Ministry of the Biafra, to swing into action and make sure that we protect you as a government. The main primary purpose of a government is to fight for its citizens. And even though we are in exile, and of course we are also in the homeland, the de facto government, which a lot of people don't actually know, it is a prerequisite requirement that is required of any government, is that you must be able to provide security of life and property of the people. We have done that in Biafra land. And it is not only in Biafra land, we are also doing it globally. And your own is in the public and is going viral because of the nature of the case. We have helped a lot of Biafrans that have had different problems in different parts of the world. But your own is a little bit peculiar because of the nature, and it has this ethnic hatred, which Nigeria state are the one engineering. You can imagine, in your own case, the entire Nigeria National Assembly within 24 hours wrote to Canada. These are people, and the worst part of it is that there are people who are from Biafra land, which we have given vote of no confidence because they doesn't represent the people that voted them or the people that they claim they are representing in Abuja. What they did was to join the Fulani Caliphate to condemn their own. And we listened to the fact that the idiot from Abia State, who is the speaker or deputy speaker, wherever he is, was part of those who wrote to Canada to deal with you as an Igbo woman. P2B, which you supported very much in 2023 election, also condemned you. It was when I was watching, because I don't like to delve into issues without having some background of what is happening. So when I have watched and listened to P2B and all of them condemning you, I said, no, that Biafra is for everybody who is answering Biafra name. And it is time we use you to set example, especially now that they have come for you. The Nigeria you supported so much, just like every one of us did in the past. I was one of the biggest. I said, anybody, if I can fight for Biafra, every other person that is shouting Nigeria today is just ofen kupu. Because I suffered for Nigeria, fight for Nigeria, did a lot for Nigeria. So if I can turn around when I see that there is no way under Nigeria, I believe that it is just a matter of time. Everybody will turn their back. So we decided to come to help you. And that's why P2B, after our first tweet about you, P2B changed and withdrew the statement and begin to talk something different. But that's who we are. The same P2B, we have also made very clear to Nigeria State that any day they arrest him, because we know they are planning to arrest him. Any day they arrest him, we will increase the resistance that we are giving them today, ×3. P2B is not part of what we are doing, but just the same hands of fellowship and the same open door we have for you, the same thing we have for P2B, irrespective of what he has done to us. Even if we are going to do anything, or if anything is going to happen to P2B, it must not be Nigeria. We will never allow them to do anything to P2B. And when I say this, a lot of idiots who don't know actually, who are not actually liking P2B, but they are on the social media trying to hide under him, they will say, oh, don't talk about P2B, don't talk about P2B. As if anything happened to P2B, they're going to stand for him. All of them will disappear. But that is not what we're here for. So, Amaka, you're welcome. I can see that you are having difficulty joining Zoom. Maybe you are not very conversant with the Zoom thing. So, but you are going to learn it. You are going to learn it. So, just give us a brief of what after transpired. Don't tell us the whole story, and don't tell us about your personal thing. Don't tell us about, some of the things that I'm aware of. Don't tell us that. Just tell us you are fine and this is you, and we go from there. Thank you.
I thank you so much for your support, and I thank Mr. Charles and Sister Nena. They've been so supportive. I am so grateful, to be honest, because I didn't know them before, and they started calling me, reaching out to me. Even yesterday, I wasn't feeling very good, and I called her that I was not feeling good, and she talked to me like a mother. She told me what to do, to go get some lemon and some honey and mix it up and soak it up on my body, which I did, and I was very okay. I really thank her for her support. She's so nice, very calm, but sometimes she gets angry. But that's normal. We all human. Okay, so to be honest, whatever that happened, I didn't expect it to blow out of proportion, because it was just like a response that I gave to somebody who actually bullied me for being Igbo, and who called me slandered my name and the names of the Igbos as a whole, and wanted to change my history. At some point, I was thinking if actually my history that my parents told me was right, because you see some other tribes, on social media telling you about your history, that the Igbos are slaves and things like that, which is highly unacceptable. I see a lot of people agree to that and say, oh, maybe it's true, but I'm not gullible, because I'm not going to accept whatever someone says about me or my history or my people. Yeah, I think the federal government blew it out of proportion, because it was a response from I don't want to mention their names, because I was asked from the authority not to mention the names of these people at this point until the case is over. Yeah, so they made it like that, and I don't know why, but at this point I started to realize, because of my tribe, that's why it went overboard. Yeah, so like you said I shouldn't touch every base, but I'm just hoping that everything will be okay. But with you guys standing beside me, I'm very confident, and I really appreciate everyone. And at this point, I have decided to use my voice to bring the Igbos together, because I wouldn't say that I love Igbos so much, but I do love Igbos too much. That's the truth. But sometimes when I say this, people be like, oh, you always feel like you're the only Igbo. No, I have this passion. I didn't know the video was going to go viral, because you hear when I say that Igbo men are too quiet and things like that. That's how I feel, that Igbo should speak up. We should, our voice, our phone and everything is our weapon, and we have to use it. Your pen, your paper is your weapon. Your computer is your weapon. So you have to use it wisely, so yeah. So recently I have been talking about, bringing the Igbos together, because when this thing happened, I realized that a lot of the Igbos, there's a little bit of, yeah. So I'm trying to bring people together and, listen to everybody's complaint and, talk to a lot of people. Yeah. So I think everything is moving on well in my platform right now, because we are all working as one, yeah. So that is what I'm doing right now. And, yes, I'm really thankful. I don't want to touch every base. I'm really thankful for the community. And I say, Juku Gozie, everybody. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, Amaka. Now you have a government, Biafra Republic government that take care of its people. So you just heard what our Prime Minister said.
Amaka, I know that you've gone through a lot, like I said. You don't have to worry about this whole thing. You did the right thing. It is as a result of the bully. And And just know that you are not alone. So those worries of panicking and all that should not continue again from this moment. So you are not alone. You have us, and we have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.
And this something is applicable to everybody, every Biafrans all over the world. It is time, Nigeria, we are going to teach Nigeria lessons. I came to this Biafra struggle with Iwe and Onoma to deal with Nigeria for what they have done to my people for decades. And I'm on a revenge mission. If anybody is thinking that I'm going to change or that I'm going to slow down, of what it is, I have not even started. Nigeria need to be bombarded with atomic bomb. If I have access to it, I will bomb them, because that is exactly what they deserve. It's a country that is not supposed to be part of Committee of Nations.
Wow.
Let nobody deceive you into thinking that. We know that, of course, there are some kind of things you will say and it is not good, but remember that something made you to say it. And like I said, we will provide evidences of what pushed you. We are going to bring witnesses to support you any day, any time, till we see the end of whatever Nigeria have planned against you. So that's exactly what you should know. That you are not alone. We are not a group. We are not a group. This is a Biafra government, and I believe that you have come to know that indeed Nigeria is not for you. Just like every other person, every one of us were one with Nigeria. In fact, in 2019, I was in the forefront of campaign for Peter Obi and Atiku. I was one of the leaders of the Peter Obi Atiku campaign group in Europe. I was one of the leaders. So before then, I have represented Nigeria for many years. So many of us, we know we have done one or two things for Nigeria, we believe in Nigeria, but of course, as we can see, the whole thing have turned to become something else. We did not know when Nigeria became an Islamic state. It was supposed to be a secular state. They restructured it through the constitution from the back door, and they are pushing it today. They are fully Islamic state. We have Muslim ticket, and Muslim president, Muslim vice president. Everything is Muslim. Before you know it, their plan is to kill everybody, and we resisted them. We are resisting them. So today, at least, they have called everywhere, European Union, Finland, and everybody knows Nigeria because we have exposed them to the world. And now they are calling international community. I do not know who is international community. They are calling the ICC. We are also in the ICC. We have written to them. We have over 500 pages of evidences. We have compiled a very brief summary of 37 pages of human rights violation against Biafra people. So we are waiting for them. So the same way they are using this threat, terrorism, to subjugate us and force us with the guns and barrels of the gun to one Nigeria, is the same way we are going to use those things to resist them. If they come with gun, we resist them with gun. If they come with bomb, we resist them with bomb. If they come with propaganda, we will also resist them with propaganda. So it is teeth to teeth, iron to iron, until the day we are going to be recognized as an independent state. And that is the process we are into now. So we are fighting using a multidimensional approach that never happened in the history of Biafra struggle. That's exactly where we are, and that's why we're making progress today. Our military, Biafra Liberation Army, resistance fighters are doing a very good job. That is the reason you are not seeing terrorist attack in Biafra land. Otherwise, the way they hate us, by now, Benue will be a child play, because they can never hate Benue State more than they hate us. Well, look at what they are doing there. So if they had their chance, they will wipe us away within a twinkle of an eye. But here we are with Iwe to defend our land, our women and children. Nigeria will never have peace. They will never sleep until Biafra become an independent state. Thank you very much, Amaka.
Thank you.
And tomorrow, let them cut our celebrity Amaka. in these 4 images now, and then the Yoruba Afonjas, they'll be sharing it. Look, we told you. We told you Simon Ekpa. She's listening to Simon Ekpa. It's Simon Ekpa that is teaching her to poison people. Look at, she's there because they say I'm the mentor. You know, I accept to be mentor, and that's why I would defend any Biafra. Every Biafra who knows something must stand and defend yourself. If they come with machete, carry machete. If they come with bomb, carry bomb. If they come with AK-47, carry AK-47. We don't hide anything anymore. It's a self-defense. We are going to defend ourselves to the last drop of our blood. So nobody should come and threaten you, and then you expect you to cool down. You want to be a civilized person. We don't do that anymore. Fire for fire. They have dealt with us for many years, and you say enough is enough. Today they are crying. You can imagine the Nigeria terrorist army writing to Amnesty International. They forgot when they were killing Biafrans in Nkpo. They forgot when they were killing Biafrans in Mazen Amdekano's house. They forgot when they were bombarding people in the Aba school. Today they are calling Amnesty International. The same Amnesty International they condemn for reporting the killing of Biafra people. They say, Amnesty, come on, Simon Ekpa is savagery. You know, Simon Ekpa savagery. They have not seen savagery. The reason we released that Yoruba soldier is to send them a message, and that message is working. They have fallen into the trap. And let me tell you, other ones will not be lucky as him. They knows that very well.
So guys, it's very, very interesting that we watch Biafra Government in Exile in this program. I don't know wherever you're watching from, and just say, you know, while myself, I so much like, you know, diplomacy. Diplomacy is very important. And this thing that Simon Ekpa have just done here is what is lacking for years in Nigeria. And if you can, you know, see any country that does not defend their citizen the way he defended it here, that country will not stand. Today, you see Libyan led Nigerian players in their airports. When you go to Ghana, Ghana will send you, deport you in Nigeria. When you go to South Africa, everywhere, they will deport you as a Nigerian. In fact, they say the Nigerians are more easiest people to take another people's passport. So easy. Because of what? Because of the government fair diplomacy. Because of what Mazi Simon Ekpa have just done to this lady. Thank you for watching. Because of what he have just done to this lady, he defended her. He defended her. Then when you go home, you can continue the next one. That is what we call diplomacy. When you go to other, you know, me, now, you know, Australia, I'm in Australia, right? If you do something, the government don't look at you. They first of all look at the citizen. They take out the citizenship you are. They protect their country first before you. Then before they ask you what is going on. This is simple thing. This is how things operate. But Nigerian government careless. Immediately, could you imagine how to assemble? Within 24 hours, they wrote a letter that this very lady should be arrested because she's an Igbo girl. So Igbos has no human rights. So they've forgotten that the Igbos have people that stand for them. They've forgotten that the Igbos are people that hold our country together. So when Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Biafra Government In Exile, saw this, he was moved and said, no, this lady is an Igbo lady. She deserves to be protected from these cannibals. You know, from this debate, look at what they're doing to Mazi Nnamdi. Even the court system now, even asking that they will arrest the DSS of Nigeria, that's the top intelligence officer of the country, is even violating the law of the country. The president is watching the whole bar, Nigerian, you know, National Bar, Barrister, whatever association, they are watching. The magistrate laws are being violated, the highest court in the country. You don't do that even in this country. No country that you go in, the highest court tells you that this is what we want, and you are violating it. It's still, nobody's talking about it. Lawyers have never protested. They never came out to protest and say that our profession is being taken for granted in the country. They have never come to say that our profession is not being hit. What is the qualification of the president? I'll tell you a little story about Australia. During the COVID-19, there's this player, I don't know if you guys know, he's called Djokovic. Djokovic came to Australia here, and when he came, because he did not take the COVID-19 injection, the Australian government said no, he should not come in. But Djokovic hired a lawyer because they hold him in the airport. He hired a lawyer, Australian lawyer in the airport. The lawyer filed case against the government and won against this government. They let Djokovic in. Then the government said, no, why would they let Djokovic in? They said, well, if the judge should let him in, who are you? Then the government said, okay, now I have to use what they call veto power. Before people even debate, why would the government use such a force? It shouldn't use such a force. That the magistrate will say that I studied, I have gone through life, and I'm in this position. You are a prime minister. Maybe you did not attend my qualification. Why will you turn what I have joined due to the power people gave to me? In Nigeria, the magistrate did not follow this law. They just follow because they sued them. Lawyers in Nigeria just cock and bull. They just came in. Why will you, do you know some lawyers in Nigeria spend 10 years in university together with the strike and other things to be a lawyer, only for a stark illiterate, someone who did not attend a qualification and came in to rubbish your career. Even me, even a layman outside can even tell you, no, man, this is not the law. This is not going through. This is not what we see as a law. Why is it going this way? And they kept quiet because corruption, because they want to keep a corrupt nation one together. You see, when a system is not foundationally okay, it will continue to fall apart the way it's falling. So the history of Amaka, Nigerian, if Amaka, like, I know she's a Canadian citizen, right? All she needs, because this have been brought in before the international court, she should not relax on this. All she has to do, even Nigeria has now withdrawing, running away. No, she doesn't let Nigeria run away. They must pay her out. And if she's wise, she have to get in billions, not in millions. In sometimes in a foreign country, lawyers will tell you that if you don't win, you don't pay. And Amaka case is the typical case lawyers want to get in a foreign country. All they want from her is her willingness. It may take them 10 years, 5 years. They will go on Nigeria. They will drag the case because the lawyers can see the money that will come out of it. They will put file on Nigerian and make sure that they pay for it. And when they pay, sometimes the court will task Nigeria to pay the money Amaka spent on lawyers. So then we say, okay, if you don't win, you don't pay. And new lawyers in a foreign country, they use it to try their ability and their IQ. It goes into their profile. This is the case I won. It goes into their profile, not like in Nigeria. When you look things like this, you admire the law. You admire to be a lawyer. You appreciate the academic qualification someone has as a lawyer, because this is where reasoning, logic, and IQ works. Not in Nigeria, the president will come and say, hey, look at a criminal like Bola Tinubu. We come and say, hey, hold this man. You hold him. Now the canon is in Nigerian dungeon now. Even the court, they say throw this case. Look at a whole country like Nigeria. Do you know that before Nigeria commands such a big respect that they even send military to go and fight a Commonwealth war? Nigeria even sent up to the way to Afghanistan, Pakistan to fight those days. Nigeria is one of the strongholds of United Nations those days. But today, will you do that? No, we can't. Even South Africa is telling Nigeria where to go. Nigeria even had to borrow South Africa money, save the life of Mandela. But today, nothing, because that country is not functioning. And if you're a sensible human, if you're a sensible citizen, the best thing is for you to join hand and say, well, this country have to go. Everybody have to go their way and make life easy for everyone. No one deserves to die, whether from the side of Nigeria, side of Biafra, side of Oduduwa. Everybody deserves to live. How can we preserve this? Everybody to go their way. Stay away from Biafra territory. Biafra territory, stay away from Oduduwa and Arewa. Everybody go their way, and this nation becomes a republic. That's simple. So if you want to do business with Biafra, you do the way you do with Ghana. You do the business the way you do with Togo. Benin Republic, you're actually bigger than these people. Why are we dragging this? Look at what they saw. Immediately they rushed Amaka, because Igbos, anytime they speak, it carries power. Let's be guided. And I like the way that step Biafra Government in Exile made there. That tells you why Nigerian government is running. What did they do? They ran away. Nigerian government ran away. It's now we're asking Amaka to sue Nigerian government. They ran away because they know the law is against them. They know that they will not win this. Immediately, Biafra Government in Exile speak. All of them ran away. They know that they have done wrong. That's why Simon Ekpa is begging them. Martin Nandekano was begging them to take him to international court, where everything will be open before everybody and they will judge it. The Nigerian government accept? No. They went through the back door to kidnap Nandekano from Kenya. And Kenya supported. You see, when I look about in the case of Nandekano, if you follow my video 30 before, you go back to that video again, I tell you why Kenya will be praying that Nandekano should not be released, because Nandekano is going to sue Kenya. He did not come in there illegally. He came there with all documents, and he came there as a British citizen. They deport him to Nigeria, where he's not even, tried in anything. They say he's innocent as. Why is Kenya involving in things that does not concern them? So Kenya also will be praying that Nandekano is not released, because Nandekano, I don't know what the family is doing. If it's released, definitely is going to sue Kenya. And that's the big money. That's the big money. And Kenya will be praying to their God that Nandekano is not released. And the family, Nandekano should sue Kenya too. Sue them through their embassy in London. They have embassy in UK. Sue them, or in Germany. You sue them. So Biafra government is what it did today. It's a significant thing. It's a big win for them. A very big win against Nigeria. It's a big win. This is what it's called to defeat Nigeria in an international stadium. It defeated Nigeria. It sent Nigeria packing. That shows you the incredibility these people have. This cannot be done by IPOP. It can't. That also tells you the caliber of people and that is lining up as the Biafra Government in Exile cabinet. If you look at Ngozi, look at these people. They were actually people that selected, people that knows their left and right, people that legally or maybe they are professional, they are sound, and they are capable to make decisions of millions, about 70 million Biafran that have just voted, or 60 million Biafran that have just voted. Not where Kokambu Abru will come and tell you that he's a leader in one IPOP this thing. They will be giving him money, will be eating it and using it to do business. No, we don't want that. These have gone beyond that. We want in a standard that people will be able to do the right thing. So leading to this Biafran government in Exile declaration, join me. I will try to bring you some of the video that made this guy historical. Even Martin Nandekano video, will look back to it. So some people that say Simon Ekpa do that, is there anything that he done different with Martin Nandekano? There's nothing. If you are thinking about Nigeria today, I'm not against. You see, one thing I think, I want life to be preserved. If you know the preservation of life is very important, nobody deserves to be died because you don't want something or you don't want to stay with some certain people. You see, during the election, the people even made it clear. The people in Lagos say, go back to Igbo land. The people in the north say, go back to Igbo land. They actually said, just that they are confused. They don't know what they want. So when it favors them, you stay. When they know that you are now to contest why you stay there, they say, no, you should go back to your land. So why can't you give yourself a break and say, we should divide, everybody go their place? So if they come to your country, they have to go through the citizenship process like we go to other countries. In that way, we can be able to make a very, very informed decision. So guys, if you are joining me, if you're in TikTok sometimes, you can join Lobby Media, not Lobby. Lobby is just my personal yao game. But Lobby Media, you can like that Lobby Media. It's very important. So I so much appreciate those that are calling to watch and share. And as we press to watch the Independence in December 2nd, when they will declare the Biafra independence. So I hope many of us will be there, watching, seeing what is going on, and I hope that a lot of Biafrans around the world will be able to celebrate. They are gone. I heard that the Nigerian government is being allowed to come in. A lot of people are allowed to come in. If you're in Europe, you can rock in. And they say that you don't necessarily need to have Biafran ID. So as you are, you can come in and enjoy. So this game, we record this thing just exactly 1 hour program. And I thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for those who watch now and those that watch later. This Biafran Government In Exile. As a broadcaster, one thing I stand is the truth. There's no way that Lobby other spoilers. Rather, we stand in truth and allow people to make decisive decisions. So we know that liberation is all that makes difference. Everybody deserves to have freedom. Freedom to choose, freedom to do what they want. Thank you very much, and stay safe, and God bless. Enjoy the rest of the week, and see you on some of my program again. Thanks, bye.